Good afternoon. I'm here with Mark Melsness, who is the designated broker here at Spinnaker Property Management. How are you today, Mark?
I am super fantastic.
Glad to hear it. So we were just chatting here, and you said you wanted to speak to your investor community today, and we're anxious to hear from you about some varying topics. So I'm going to let you just kind of take it away. Give us a status of what's going on.
Well, today I wanted to share a little bit about how the market is, like its availability and moving through the closing and then into the operating. Because right now in our market, the South Sound market, particularly Pierce County, there's not a lot of inventory out there on the multifamily or investment real estate out there. So when it does come on, it has a lot of attention, and it also makes it very attractive, and people want to compete for that. And what happens when people are competing for any one thing, it drives the price. So with low inventory, just like on the single family homes, it's the same with on the investment side, whether it's a duplex, a triplex, a 10 unit, a 20 unit, maybe even a single family geared towards a rental. And what happens is that the interest in it drives price up. People are willing to overbid the next one if they think that the value can be a work for them in the value. So now we're starting to see historic prices on homes or on investments. If you want to go through the per door conversation, like typically 5 years ago in the Pierce County area for a existing 20-year-old product that was maybe a B quality would be around maybe $190,000 to $100,000 a door. Now we're seeing it really quite frequently $115,000, $120,000, $125,000 a door, which is significant in just a 5-year period. So it really just has like another impact for you, the buyer, on like, well, why would I pay that much for a product when I haven't in the past? And one of the things that I've learned here recently is that the price isn't the indicator on why we should or shouldn't like take action to tie it up and move through a closing, because we also need to look at what the potential return can be on the investment.
So we have a competitive market, which is driving the price up. We have a low inventory, but we have a long-term value because we know that this area is only becoming more attractive to a buyer.
Absolutely.
And so it's expensive and maybe a short pain, but it's worth it for the long-term investment opportunity.
Absolutely, and that's when we get to like lift our heads up and look out into the distance.
Right.
On, okay, so now that we've got mutual acceptance and we're working through the conversation, you know, as a professional property manager, we can come right alongside you even before the purchase and sale is out to look at what the potential value could be on the return through a pro forma.
And you have that expertise because you've been in this marketplace for a while, not just as a property manager, but as a realtor and an owner and a investor, right? Yeah. So it just happens to be that this company is owned by people that have that expertise, which is not always the case, right? So
I think it's pretty rare.
Yeah, so I think that's a unique thing that you offer the owners that you work with today and the ones that are thinking about working with you. And I know we've talked previously that you even offer some complimentary services as people get to know you, that you'll give them advice specifically on the market and on a particular investment property even, which I think is sort of amazing. I think that's a lot to give away, but I can understand why you do it. Like, I know Clark and I have talked about how going along for the ride on a property view is a good way to build a relationship with someone and understand how they see the value of a property. So all good stuff. So what else is going on?
Well, the next thing is after you've agreed on the price is to actually get into financing. And so with the days, financing actually seems to be the big relief, because when there is an opportunity for a lender to partner with, they actually have the ability to bring super great programs to the table for you. Low interest rates, maybe even some early prepayment penalty relief. Could even do refinances if you're with them again within a short period of time without any penalties or costs. And a lot of times they're also wrapping up all their fees or they're waiving their fees so that you're working with them. So it gives some real nice relief to the, oh my gosh, this is hard to find, and they seem to want a lot for the product.
Right. Right. So you come alongside in that aspect as well.
Sure, absolutely. We have lenders that we work with, and then at the same time, the lenders or even their underwriters usually feel much more confident that they have a realistic, professionally prepared pro forma on the operating income, operating expenses, net operating income that's produced by a professional property manager, and the potential of the asset to be managed professionally gives the lender or the underwriter peace of mind knowing that it's going to perform at this level, not just because the buyer says so.
Right.
It's because a professional management company says
Who's objective about the investment.
We are objective,
right.
Yes.
Right. So do you, if I'm coming from out of state, let's say I've moved into this area as an investor, are you providing familiarity with lenders that you work with and trust to this person, or do they usually bring their own lender resource? Is that something that, how does that work?
It's a mixed bag. There's some of the investors have been in the area that are out of state for a while, and they have somebody that they work with. Some of them don't have any because they're first timers. So
right.
we have that referral base to send to,
right.
and then some of them are from out of state and don't have anybody local to work with. So we have, of course, the same group.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you have any instinct at all about how long this shortage of inventory might go, or do you think that the development in the building is happening rapidly enough to change that anytime soon, or what's your thought there?
Boy, I wish I knew the answer to that.
Oh, darn it!
I know the answer to it, which is I don't know the answer to it. But it is, how do we project out to see the telltale signs of the adjustment like we had last time? And I think it's just going to be something that we're not aware of that had any relationship to what happened last time.
Got you.
So, having us come alongside you gives you that professional edge that will, a lot of times, our fees can be covered by the efficiencies that we bring by either the elevated rates that you get on the rental or the discounted rates on the cost side because of the volume or our intimate relationship with how to manage those things, which can offset our costs, and it allows you to actually go and enjoy your retirement, your employment, maybe your family, or go on some vacations and not worry about the concerns that come along with it.
Right. So that extra expertise that you're getting with Spinnaker is the cost of your services offsets that quite a bit.
Absolutely.
They work together.
And at the end of the day, you really just get your peace of mind.
Got you. Sounds good. Well, thanks. Again, this is Mark Melsness. He's the designated broker here at Spinnaker, and he is available to speak with you whether you're working currently with them and looking at additional properties, or if you are looking for the first time in the South Sound region and just want to enjoy his expertise on that. So thanks for speaking with us today, Mark, and we'll check in with you again later. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.